A time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. Beyond the world, beyond the children, beyond the ones who make it brighter day. So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
Well, send them your heart so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be
Stronger and free, as God has shown us by turning stone to bread. And so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world, we are the children, we are the one to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Oh, there's a choice we're making. We're saving our lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
when you're down and out, and there seems no hope at all.
But if you just believe, there's nowhere we can fall.
Well, let's realize, oh, that a change can only come when we
Stand together as one. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
I know some of you are here for the first time. Welcome, right? My name is Dr. Martin Kwende. I've been here almost 15 years now, okay, in this company. And when I started, there was no one like this ever. So I'm so excited to see you guys. I used to pray for this moment. Does that make sense? So that's my beautiful wife, and I. We've been married for over 24 years. Right? We have 3 amazing kids. And let me see if I'm doing this correctly. Why am I supposed to point this? There we go. Okay. Awesome. Very good. So, anyone here dreaming, has dreams? Yes or yes? Yes. What's stopping you from getting your dreams? You have people pulling you back there like, oh, you know, you're not going to make it. This is not for you. Who has that right now? Most of what makes sense. Guess what? I want you to chop all those people off. Just cut them off. Cut. Does that make sense? Now, I don't know about you. I wasn't born in the U.S. I come from Cameroon. I came here for freedom. There are 3 freedoms: time, money, and location. Who wants all 3 freedoms? I didn't hear you. Who wants all 3 freedoms? Okay. Your Bible says you have not because you ask not. Who wants all 3 freedoms? Who has all 3 freedoms? You're lying. Guess what? We show you how to get all 3 freedoms. Make sense? Now, 2 questions for you. Very simple questions. Who would like to make 2025 their best financial year ever? Okay? Who has a job, by the way? You have a job? So next question for you. Does your job have the horsepower to get you to your dreams? No. Absolutely not. So guess what? Something different has to happen. You agree? Awesome. So, when I grew up, I was told that if you study, you're going to become rich. Who heard that too? Good. I want you to shout out, what degree do you have? Master's, PhD? Just shout it out to me real quick. I didn't hear you. Master's, what else? Okay, question. Has that degree made you wealthy? So your parents told you the same lie that my parents told me, right? So when I went to school, they told me that I could study 5 things: science, engineering, medicine, politics, and money. No, they didn't tell me about money, right? Money means being a business owner. How many of you went to school and you were shown how to study to own a business? Say aye. Liar. Nobody told you that, right? So guess what we all do? We study everything except one. But what do we work for? How well is that working out? Not very well. And then I learned something from Warren Buffett. He said that if you have a license in any area, you always work for someone else with a license in what? Money. So guess what? I decided that I was going to change from my engineering career, and I was going to get into being a business owner. Make sense? Because that's where freedom lies. Correct? So that's what we do. We teach people how to become wealthy. So there's something called the wealth equation. It's very simple. Okay? All of you understand when I show you. All it says is that when you make income, you subtract your lifestyle, the rest is savings. You make money, you spend some, you save some. We good? It's very simple. Is that true? Now, I'm a scientist, so I like to make it look like an equation, right? So question for you. How many of you are living your best lifestyle right now? So guess what? I'm going to strike that out of the equation. How many of you have enough savings for the financial future that you like? Say aye. I'm going to strike that too. So you guys realize this, if you go to a traditional financial advisor, they're going to focus on 2 things. Why? Because they cannot show you how to make money. So guess what they focus on? On your lifestyle and your savings. So guess what they tell you? I want you to cut your lifestyle so you can put more money into savings so I can manage it so I can make more money. You guys get it? But guess what? In our business, we show you how to make money. By the way, how many of you make enough money for the lifestyle that you desire? Strike. So question for you. If these are the 3 things that you need to become wealthy: income, lifestyle, saving, and everyone is X, what kind of lifestyle are you living then? Paycheck to paycheck, right? You're just surviving. You guys get, I mean, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? But I want you to think real quick. 3 things. How many of you have some challenges in your past, some things you haven't done yet? Most people. How many of you are living your dream life right now? You're driving your dream car, living your dream home. How many of you think about the future that you want for yourself, for your family, for your community? If you can write down those 3 things, you're going to start understanding your purpose on this earth, and that's going to change how you think about your life. Does that make sense? Now, for me, my void is very simple. I'm the last of 8 siblings. When I was born, I never knew my father. My mother was just a poor farmer, so she didn't have money. Does that make sense? So she told me 2 things. She said, go to school and go to church. That's what she said. So when I went to church long enough, I discovered there was a Heavenly Father that was present everywhere. And if I did everything I was supposed to do, he was going to do the rest. So that gave me confidence. Does that make sense? But the other thing he said, go to school. But my school was like 5 miles away. So I used to walk to school. Guess what? No shoes. Because she couldn't afford any shoes for me. Right? So I walked 5 miles to school. I walked 5 miles back. And then I hated going to the farm, so my mother would take my food 5 miles in the other direction. So I have to go walk to school to farm to eat. So every day I'm walking like 20 miles. But there was nothing special about me. Everyone in my community will walk. Does that make sense? But I made a decision. I said, if I ever have money, I'm going to buy a lot of shoes. So guess what? I have more. Don't look at my shoes. I have more shoes than most women in this room by far, and I still buy more. And people go like, why do you buy more shoes? I'm like, hey, it's a void in my past. Question, have you fulfilled the void in your own past? What percent of that has something to do with money? Most of the time, 90% of what you cannot do has to do with money. Is that true? Yes, absolutely. So when I walked to school, because school was my only thing, you know, when I was 16 years old, by the way, I'm in boarding school. My brother was paying for me to be in school. And then my cousin comes to school and he tells me that my brother and my mother had an accident and one of them died instantly. But he didn't tell me which one. So I want to think about it. Your brother is paying for you in school and your mother passes away. You have to choose. And I asked myself, who would I prefer to die? So then I found out that my mother passed away. I was age 16, so I became an orphan. Right? So I made a life decision. I said, if I grow up and I ever have kids, I want to give them the best start in life possible. So I left Africa. I was broke, but I was full of hope. I said, my life is going to mean something. Makes sense? So I left. I went to study like crazy. I have a bachelor's in physical electronics. I have a PhD in biomedical engineering. I came to the US. I also have an MBA. I'm like, I'm going to study everything I can study. Right? I'm married well. My wife is a registered nurse with a master's in nursing management. As a household, we made over $500,000 a year. So think about this child walking with no shoes, right? Making $500,000 a year, living in Silicon Valley. I used to make implantable medical devices. I thought I made it already. Makes sense? So my family looked up to me. But, so guess what? I started popping kids, right? I have 3. Who has kids here real quick? Yeah, I have 3 kids. That makes sense? And I spent time with them. We traveled a little bit, went to church. I put them in all kinds of activities, soccer, dance. Why? Because when I was growing up, if I come back from school, I'm supposed to do only 3 things. I'm supposed to either fetch wood, fetch water, or go to the farm. But guess what I really wanted to do? I wanted to play. Makes sense? So every time I play, I get beat. So I put my kids, I want them to experience what I couldn't get. Make sense? I put them in the best schools because I still believe school was the best. But guess what? After a while, I discovered that I didn't have enough time or money for my kids and my family. And I'm like, what's the issue when I'm so successful? Make sense? Then I discovered I was poor. When I say poor, people start to go like, oh, that's not me. But guess what? This is what poor stands for. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. When's the last time you prayed and God put money in your bank account? Never. God does not deal in money. He deals with people and opportunity. If you combine the two, boom. You guys get it? So most of you have been passing over opportunity already in your lives. That's why you broke. Guess what? You are being shown one of the best opportunities today, here, right now. You guys get it? But I have a question for you. How many of you plan to pass it over still? I hope not. Because if you do, you're going to stay broke. Does that make sense? So we have one of the best opportunities, just so you know. Okay? We have retail, real estate, but we're in the financial industry. That's a huge industry. We work with 3 of the best companies in the industry, right? Aegon, Transamerica, World Financial Group, powerful setup. You guys get this most powerful opportunity, and I don't want any of you to miss that. What do we actually do? We teach families how to become financially free so they can live their best lives. That's what we do. You guys get it? 5 steps. You have to make income, but there's working income and there's what? Leverage income. Most of you don't have leverage income. That's what we teach if you're new here. Does that make sense? Once you make enough money, you can save some, then you can grow it. Somebody talked about the 3 ways money grows already, right? Then you have to protect it. There are wealth eroding factors, taxes, loss of income, inflation, and market downturn. Does that make sense? Those things will take your income. If you do these 4 things, guess what? You're going to become wealthy. The last step is what? You have to learn to protect it. That's called estate planning. This is all we do, by the way. That's it. Question for you if you are new, which of these areas do you need the most help with? That's what we can help you with at no charge to you. Make sense? Now, real quick, I know I'm a little bit out of time, but guess what? Let me just give you my little experience. I was introduced to WFG in 2010, okay? And as soon as I saw the opportunity, I told them I want to share with everybody. They said, no, you cannot tell anyone. I'm like, what do you mean? They said, you need a state license. I'm like, I'm smart, I have a PhD. So they signed me up. 1 week I got the license in 2010, and I started telling everybody in the community, but I didn't know the business part of it. So my first 4 years, I made 10,000, then 12,000, then 18, 28. So in my 4th year, I made 28,000. Guess what I did? I made a huge decision. I quit my entire career to do this. After having made only 28,000. So think about it. We go from a household income of $500,000 to join WFG, only making 28,000. What do you think my friends and family were thinking about me? It's crazy. Yeah. Guess what? They're going to think the same of you too. Makes sense? So my first 2 years, I could be very quick. The first year I made 97,000, but I had some savings. The second year I made 203,000. I'm like, yes. And I said, third year is going to be 400, right? Guess what my third year was? Oops, 151. So my wife is like, this thing is not working, you have to quit. In fact, she went to church and she offered a prayer request for them to pray for me to quit. I thank God it didn't work out. Okay? So I told her, I said, they told me if you commit 5 years to this company, you're going to be financially free for life. Make sense? So she's like, okay, 2 more years, that's it. I'm like, fine. So guess what? From 2016 to today, I'm happy to announce our income has increased every year ever since. In fact, in the last 12 months, this company paid, in 2024, this company paid our family $5.4 million. Say wow. Okay? We have over 9,500 licensed agents. You heard the number Susan gave. We contribute over 10% of WFG's licenses as a team. Say wow. Congratulations for that, right? And for some of you, I have 2-3% pay raise a year. For the last 2 years, this company has increased my income by at least $1 million. Say wow. So, all I'm showing you is your future. Does that make sense? Listen, in the last 2 months, this team, including all of you, we made sales over $100 million. That's incredible. And I want to thank every one of you in this room for making that possible. Make sense? The company paid out to our little team. They paid $1.4 billion. They paid us $96 million. Next year, I expect that number to add it to be about 130, 150 million. What percent of that do you want for yourself? Because here you decide how much you want to get paid. Does that make sense? So guess what? As a team, we are doing what? 9-figure business, 8-figure payroll, and I make a 7-figure income. Listen, this little guy right here, that grew up with no shoes, no father, no godfather. If this can happen to me, guess what? You have an amazing future ahead of you. Yes or yes? Yes. So my family's lifestyle is amazing, for sure. That's my family. We spend time together everywhere we go. But the community is also changing. Just with Trans-America alone, in 3 years, we have over 41,000 families. Make sense? Now there's a lady that used to be in this company, young lady from Cameroon, about 38 years old. She got into business, she got licensed. Unfortunately, she passed away. But guess what? She had Trans-America write a check to her mother in Cameroon for over $1 million. Now, if you come from Cameroon, I want to multiply by 600. If you're from Nigeria, multiply that by 1,500. That's 600 million CFA that the company wrote to her mom in Cameroon. Say, wow. That's crazy what we can do. That makes sense. But imagine that we have 41,000 families and each one of them will give them $1 million policy. How much would we have added to our community? $41 billion. Do you guys see that we have the opportunity to make significant change to our community right now? Yes or yes? Yes. Absolutely. I'm almost done. Now the financial industry itself is changing. In 2019, I took the pictures of all the top owners in WFG from $750K to $6 million. How many people do you see that look like me? We don't like money, right? Just degrees, PhD, MD, family. Now, you look on the right side, you see a guy in minor theta in 2019, 50,000. Charity annual 3,000, used to be a nurse. But guess what? Look at the bottom, Daniel and Dr. Nina and myself. But listen, this lady right here. Boom! Do you know this lady? She was not even in the company in 2019. Not in the company at all. Wow. Look at this. This is end of 2024. These are the top earners in WFG, right? Do you guys see people that look like you and me right now? Yes or yes? Yes. Okay. Do you see the stars? Those are all the people that are part of our team. Does that make sense? Now, we have what we call a millionaires club. Who likes to be a millionaire? Yeah. Yeah. It's growing. There are other people in the wings. I'm almost done right here. But guess what? I'm super proud of this amazing lady right here. You guys see that? Very, very proud of her. Miss Lillian Apono. Amazing, honestly, right? And she has some stars, and I'm just going based on income, by the way. Make sense? You guys are probably hearing from all these people, by the way, but this is an amazing leadership team. I'm super proud of every one of you, right? I want to see you guys in part of this club. So we have, last thing I'm going to say is what? We have a vision. That vision is happening right now. We want to add $1 trillion of wealth to our community. We need 1 million licensed professionals. We only have 9,500, so we're just starting. And we want to make sure every child that is born has that $1 million policy. We good? And the last thing, I want to make sure that we change the continent of Africa. If you're from that continent, 10% of Africa is going to become financially free through what we do right here. This vision is happening as I'm speaking to you right now. They're going to write books about it. They're going to make movies about it. Guess what? You're going to read about it. Question. Would you rather just read about it to be a part of it? Part of it. So guess what? If you're here for the first time, I want to challenge you to text the person that invited you like right now and tell them I want to be part of that vision. Yes? God bless. Have a great event.
You guys are part of WFG history. You are part of the fastest growing team in WFG history. How are we doing? Yeah? Absolutely amazing. You guys heard my story yesterday. I told you I started back in 1996, right? Susan Davies, will you please stand up one more time? She is the lady that actually hired me back in 1996. Now, I consider Lillian the new queen of WFG, but Susan is the original queen of WFG, all right?
No matter where you go, remember the road that will lead you home. No matter where you go, remember the road that will lead you home.
So one day I was at work because I'm not thinking better, and when my patients were sleeping, it was about 10:57 p.m. working in the hospital. Then I realized that my life was not still moving, and I started Googling, searching, where is the true American dream? And then I read in so many documentation that if you want to change your life, the first thing you have to do is what? Change your mindset. Oh, man, we have suffered. We have suffered because our mind, we have a fixed mindset. With a fixed employee mindset, you cannot go anywhere. I wish I can share more. Guess what? I realized that for you to succeed in America, it's not being an employee. It's not doing 16 hours, not doing 12 hours. It's not sleeping at your job. It's not going to help. It doesn't matter how many jobs you have. You have to own your own. You have to own your own kind of business. And thank God, I went online and found a lady that consulted me and helped me to own a home care company. And a group, when I got started, I wanted to own my own. Also own. You have to learn to own something. And that is why I'm so grateful for WFG. Because WFG platform gives us an opportunity to own our own business. Everybody has a chance. You have a chance here. Because when I wanted to start this home care company, they asked me to bring 50,000 cash. You thought I have it? I didn't have. But in this platform, you have an opportunity to build a business just like everyone else with $125, and that's why I'm so grateful. After 1 year, 2020, my life was not still moving, but thank God. Thank God for Daniel Fumble and Dr. Linda. I want to say thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Dr. Linda. Sometimes when I think about this, I feel like shedding tears. Like, how could I have even become who I am today? Everybody knows me now. They're calling me all over the place. Who am I? I don't even know. But they changed my life. They changed my life. And if you are invited here, I want to say you are blessed, because so many people out there don't even know that there's an opportunity like this. And I studied and I listened to him. I became coachable because my mindset had already changed. The reason why you may not be moving fast because your mindset have not changed. Study and go get my license. Wow. The first few months, I made 54,000. Part-time, spare time, still working as a full-time nurse. As the Bible will say it, in this our platform, the WFG, you can earn as much as you want. Guess what? They say if you want it, ask. Seek, you shall receive. I called the WFG. I said, please, I want to be the best employee, not the employee. I want to be the best entrepreneur in the WFG. Please, can you increase my income? I said, why not? You got this. Can you talk to people? Can you help families? I said, yes. I can do everything. I work farms. I was born in a village. I can do everything that is doable. You see that? They increased my income to $500,000. Look at that. Wow, look at that. And the Bible says again, ask, you shall what? Knock, the door shall be open, right? Many of you, you want your own door to be knocked. I was what? Knocking. You have to knock for your success. And I called them again and said, look, I'm working hard. I've done 16 hours, 12 hours. Can you please make me to become a millionaire, because I have a mentor who's a millionaire. They say, Lillian, you talk too much, you got it. Look at that. You see how my income is increasing? 1.8 million. And the people in my village, they still don't have enough. So I'm not satisfied yet. I still went back to WFG and I told them that I need more what? Millions, not 100. Remember, I never made 100,000 as a nurse. I never did that, not even once, even with a nursing degree. Now I went back to the WFG and said, please, can you increase my millions? They said, why not? Look at me. Wow! I've just been in this platform for a little over 4 years. So I want to tell you, I know some of you are allergic to money. You don't like too much money, okay? If you don't want to earn 3 million, please earn 2 million. Please earn what? 1 million, or at least work hard for your family and earn 500,000. There are many people that depend on you. And guess what? In my whole hierarchy, we have been paid 23.2 million. This group has been paid 23.2 million. So if I took 3 million, how many million is remaining? That is in 1 year though, that's in 1 year. If I took 3, how many is remaining? 20. Where is the 20? All of you, they are spreading it. You see that? All you have to do is pick your own share. And I know a lot of you look at me and think about million. Think about how much I earn. Think about my title. But I want to tell you today, it's not about the title. It's not about the money I make. I wake up every day of my life and look for who to help. I will sleep and wake up at night and think about the next family I need to save. Who else is going to be like me? Is there anybody here that want to be like Lina Apono? Of course, right? I want to rescue so many people. I've helped a lot of nurses retire, and I hope that you're going to be the next. The best part of us is giving back to the community. We like giving back to the community. We like giving back. Can you give from an empty pocket? Can you give? Can you give when you barely survive? Is there anyone here who wants to be a cheerful giver? Yes. All you have to do is want. Do you want to be a cheerful giver? I want to bless all of you. Anyone who wants to be a cheerful giver, start from today. Write your goals down. We have these events here every year. The next time you come here, you're going to be a cheerful giver. You'll be making your own share of the money. Help yourself, help your family, and go around and bless people. If you were born poor, is it your mistake? If you are here and you remain poor, is it your mistake? So please, there's nothing worse than missing such an opportunity. Take it seriously. Take a chance from today and never look back. Thank you so much.
Welcome, our Vice President Field Relations from our WFG Home Office.
I am very excited to be here. I love listening to all of your stories and the things that you're talking about. The very first time I attended one of your meetings, which was about 4 years ago, I had to go home and Google a map because I won't tell you how old I am, but the countries in Africa have changed since I learned my geography, and I had to go back and see where everything is at. So I appreciate you all very much. The very first time I met Lillian, I believe was on a virtual SMD Academy event, and she was #1 in the class, and I actually had an opportunity to be able to speak to her and then actually introduce her. And I knew immediately upon meeting. I have some numbers I want to share with you. These are from the company. These are through third quarter, because now that we are part of a publicly traded company and they talk about us a lot, they're limited on what we can say until the numbers are released.
All right, so here's the chorus. When I say, how is everybody doing? I want to hear pumped up, fired up, and super excited. Are we ready? All right, how is everybody doing? All right, let's do on this side. How is everybody doing? All right, thank you so much. You may now be seated. You may now be seated. All right. Thank you so much, Lenny. Let me share a little bit about us and more so about myself. Where you are sitting right now is where I was for the first time 7 years ago. But prior to that, I was a nurse for 10 years. I worked 3 jobs. Then went back to school, nurse practitioner, and I worked for 3 years. I worked so hard, but for how hardworking I was, that was my reward, $5,000 a month. On paper, $115,000 annually. But when all the taxes are taken out, that's what it boiled down to. Just enough to be broke after paying the school loans, car loan, mortgage, credit card, nothing to save for the future. This opportunity found me the same way it's just now found you. There are many of you in here, this is your first time at an event like this. This is your first exposure. Once upon a time, it was mine too. And I embraced the opportunity. At that time, I had just enrolled for a doctorate degree program because I thought that was going to make my life better. And when I enrolled, let me share with you the statistics of how far we've come 7 years later. So what you see on the screen is how much we were paid in 2022 as a hierarchy. Many of the agents you see are in here. In 2022, we were paid $43 million in commission. That means the checks written to myself and for the other agents in here who are licensed. Now look at what happened in 2023. We went from 42 million now to what? 70 million. So that means many more people are getting paid. Well, how about last year? We went to 92 million. Can you see where this is going to? We are now in February 2025. If somebody asks you to give a bet, wouldn't you know which way things are going to happen? That's why if you are still sitting and wondering about this opportunity, I want you to look at the screen, the numbers you see. These are people who are making over $250,000. And these individuals just joined in the past 2 years, in the past 3 years. Look at their titles, look at their careers. It goes from registered nurse, pharmacists, nurse aides, pastors. Everybody is welcome here. And they are making over $250K. The next page, these are all people like you and I. Now, on the corporate side, if you were making $250K on the corporate side, what profession would that be? Medical doctors, right? Here, these are people who are just beginning in their first 2 years. They have crossed over $250,000 annually. And it only gets better and better and better. Now I choose to show you some faces. Wait a minute, how come I didn't show faces on the prior page? I only showed names. And then now we choose to show faces. You know why? Because if you're making $250K, that's minimum wage. That's minimum wage, that's why. So at least, if you're making $500,000, fair game. So that's why, if you look at any of these individuals, their careers is what I'm more interested in. It's a nurse educator, IT, Daniel and Dr. Wanayi Igara. These are all people that joined this profession in the past 3 years, and they're now making over $500,000. What if I went to the next page? 3 years ago, they were sitting where you are right now. 3 years after, they are now making over $750,000. Their profession ranged from a registered nurse and a professor who used to get paid $40K a year. Today, it's now $750,000 a year. Let's go a step further. How about millionaires? You thought you had to go to BET to see millionaires? Not true. They are right here on that screen, and they look just like you and I. They joined this profession 3 years ago. The story is different 3 years after. Let me show you page 2. How about, let's increase that a little bit. Those making over 1.5 million. Anybody here from Ghana? We have a Ghanaian, we have a Cameroonian, they all used to be registered nurses. Today, the story is different. How about, do we have any nurse aid in here? How about that? Over $2 million just been in this field for 5 years from when he landed on American soil. The average person who lands here 5 years after, what are they doing? Prerequisites into pharmacy school, true? Now, how about your leader? Lillian Apono. This opportunity found her 4 years ago. She was a registered nurse. 4 years after, the story is different. Now making over 3.5 million. Let me everybody give her a hand of applause. And thank you so much, Team Optimum, for what you're doing. Because without you, we wouldn't be here. You guys have an incredible leader in Lillian. And every single leader in Team Optimum, because of the great work you're doing, that's why our story is possible.
$40 billion pie that you could really be capitalizing, helping your family, at the same time helping more American families. So with that said, I'll see you off the top, okay? Thanks, everyone.
Outside, I hope you can hear me. There are a lot of leaders outside. We have a special speaker coming up, so I need everyone in the hall. If you are behind the hall, if you're a leader, let everybody in because we're about to hear from a special speaker. You're here for a reason, and I want you to maximize your time being here. For those who don't know me, maybe you came late, my name is Lina Pono. I'm so blessed that we have a life-changing platform that has given us an opportunity for us to dream again. I worked as a nurse for like 10 years. I thought I was killing it. I never had much to show for. I was always busy. I had never at any point thought of what my life could be like if something were to happen to me. Many of us here, we work hard. But we never think about what tomorrow holds for us. So I'm going to bring a guest speaker up here that's going to remind us of what this platform can do for us. Many of you here, you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s. I don't like talking about death. I like talking about us. I like talking about us that we're still alive. How do we secure our life? How do we plan for the future? I have announced in the group that I have Scott coming. You guys get that? Some of you expected Scott yesterday. You didn't see him. Who is ready to have Scott on board? Are you excited to have Scott? Many of you have heard about the story of Scott, but you have never seen him. But thank God, we have an African Scott. We have an African Scott.
So on that note, I'm going to bring up our keynote speaker because he has a heart to help his own people, and that's why he's here. Please pay attention and listen to him. Mr. Ajayi, thank you so much for being here. I'll let you take it over.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate you so much. I want to say a big thank you to Almighty God for making it possible again for us to be together. I want to thank God that I'm the one standing here to come and share this story once again. And I really will want you to pay attention. I want to appreciate all the leaders in the house. Because of time, I will not be mentioning names, but I just want to say thank you so very much for all you do. I want to say thank you so very much to all the leaders. The Lord bless you very good. I doff my hat to you. And all the guests that we have in the house, wherever you are, I want you to sit very well. Cross your legs, beat your chest, and say, I am in charge. All right. What a great story, a great story. Won't you come on board? WFG, this is where you can become a millionaire. Come on board, don't delay. My name is Adeyemi Ajayi. I'm well known, referred to as AJ. That song is dedicated to all our guests. I am originally from Nigeria, and about 8 years ago, I decided to relocate to the US. And we situated ourselves. We met a lady barely 3 months after we arrived in Houston at the DPS. And she introduced the WFG opportunity to us. We got recruited, we attended some, business presentation meetings, but unfortunately because of language barrier, we could not process what she was saying, and that opportunity was rejected. I got a job with a company in Houston as a direct support staff. I was trained to become a behavior therapist. I rose through the rank to the position of a manager, and I love my job so much. Because of the value I brought to the table, my company recognized me prestigiously in year 2024 as the best employee of the company in the entire United States of America. I was given a nice plaque, a lot of recognition award. In fact, I love that plaque. And they handsomely compensated me after working with them for 5 years with a check of $100. I appreciate it, but I don't like it because I know I deserve more. Let me tell you something, if you are here, you are still working for people, you are only building other people's dream. A lady at the job introduced WFG to me the second time. She introduced a mentor and a coach by the name Executive Marketing Director Adeshola. And we were together at a Zoom meeting. Adeshola explained to me what I needed to do, especially with my age, that I needed to protect myself, my family, and she spoke very well to me. She was emotionally intelligent. She spoke with conviction. She told me about the IUL. She told me about the business opportunity. And at that meeting, I took some nuggets away. One nugget that I took away was that Insurance is simple. It's just a contract between the insured and the insurer, where the insurer promises to compensate the insured in the case of a life event. Simple. So I took that away. Then I took time because I wanted to take a decision. I sat back, went on Google, did my research. I called some of my friends, home and abroad, but all the feedbacks I got, they were negative. At that time, I began to wonder that, what exactly is all this thing about? Everybody I spoke to said to me, WFG is scam, insurance is scam. Then I said, okay, I'm just going to call the last person who happened to be my senior brother, a medical doctor. And I called him, I said, hey, bro, this is exactly what I want to do. And he said to me, AJ, it is scam. At that point, I was confused. But I followed my instinct because I realized that no one would love me better than myself. I did a small analysis, like I said yesterday, that if I take the insurance policy and I protect myself, if something bad happened to me and I'm compensated, it's just going to be about me. And if it is a scam, it's still going to be about me. So I decided to do me. Right. I took a decision, got a policy for myself, death benefit of $300,000 with a critical illness and chronic rider. I took a policy for my daughter to the tune of $200,000 death benefit, and for my son also. But my wife could not be approved. Remember, when I met Adeshola, she recruited me. And now that I've become an independent financial professional in the business, I've attended a lot of trainings. I've been under the mentorship of great leaders. I've read a lot of personal development books. That equipped me and made me to be more financially intelligent. So I decided to upgrade my policy to the tune of $1 million. I applied to Transamerica. Transamerica came with their medics to the house. Blood sample was taken, and alas, 2 weeks later, they said, oh, we're sorry. We cannot approve you for an upgrade of your policy. And I said, what happened? They said, Mr. AJ, we're sorry. You have what we call elevated PSA. That's a protein-specific antigen. And I said, okay. By the way, permit me to let you know that PSA is an index used to determine the probability of cancer in the prostate gland of a man. The normal range would be between 0 to 2.5, but as at the time I was declined, mine was at 89. And my doctor referred me to a specialist. The specialist ran me through what they call prostate biopsy. My prostate gland was divided into 12 places. Samples were taken from each of the sections, and at the end of the day, cancer was found in 11 of the 12 samples. This cancer was called to be at stage 4 with a Gleason score 9. When the news got to me, it was the darkest hour of my life. I became broken, shattered. I was devastated. I had worries. Honestly, it was a moment that I would never ever want anybody to experience. I remember vividly the day we went to the doctor and the final communication was given to us. My wife wept profusely. I really do not want to remember that day. I had worries, fear, emotional torture, fear of the unknown. As a breadwinner, what's going to happen to people that are dependent on me in Nigeria? I have a small NGO. We help people in Liberia, outside my country? What about the widows in the church that I have in Nigeria? I had worries. What about changes in my physical appearance? What about the financial burden? Who is going to be paying the rent? My daughter's car notes. A lot of worries. Some I cannot even express to you. There are times I will be alone in the corners of my room that I will weep bitterly. I am telling you. You know, women can weep easily. But when a man is weeping, you know it's another thing entirely. You know, in the midst of all this, I had fear of death also. In actual fact, I had even penciled down some things about, okay, if it's going to be that this is the way I want my burial to look like and all of that. I'm being honest with you. But in the midst of it, I asked myself, why? I asked God, why me? This is me. I eat so well. I exercise my body very well. I've always been an athlete. Even my college days, I represented my university in different games events. I hold a black belt in Taekwondo. I'm being honest with you. But yet, I have cancer. All my life, I've been a business owner. I've been a tent minister, preaching the gospel in different nations. To the glory of God, I've been to 18 countries preaching the gospel. But yet, I have cancer. My father died at the age of 97, my mom at 102. I mean, I had cancer. Why me? But in the midst of all this, a scripture came to me. And that scripture says, he shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed on there. He's fixed, trusting the Lord. So I kept on trusting the Lord. You know, a lot of scriptures just kept coming. Oh, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Of whom shall I fear? He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord. I kept on remembering scriptures. But in the midst of it, I suddenly remembered that I had a policy, and that policy, when it is being put together, a critical and chronic rider was put into that policy. That I am able to access up to 90% of the death benefits anytime I have a live event. So I suddenly remembered. And guess what? Sharp, I called the lady that put that policy together for me. And we put in an application. A claim. I want to say to you this afternoon, Transamerica is a wonderful company. Transamerica is a credible company, I'm telling you. When that application got to them, a week later a lady called me. She showed empathy. She said, AJ, we are so sorry about what happened to you, but we want to let you know that we're in this with you. And she said she was going to call me back. About 10 days later, she called me. And she said, AJ, guess what? Your application has been approved. When she said that, I said, really? That means something is on the way. Something is what? On the way. 90%. My brothers and sisters, forget to 90%. See what the Lord has done. See what the Lord has done. What we waiting for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. Transamerica sent a check to me. You are not getting what I'm saying. A check was sent to me. A check was sent to me. I say a check was sent to me. And when that check came, I started to dance like David. The Lord will do something in your life that you begin to dance. Guess how much was the check? $250,000 was sent to me. This is my question. Listen to me. Live events will happen. With this money, when it came, fear disappeared. Worries, anxiety disappeared. Listen to me. What kills people when they have life events? It is not the ailment. it is the financial burden and the financial implication of their ailments. Right now, I don't give a damn about anything called cancer. Do you know what? He touched my head with his hand, I am healed. He touched my head with his hand, my head became a brand new one. Jehovah touched my head with his hand, I am healed. To the glory of God, I do not have an iota of PSA in my body again. My thing to you is that it is time for you to protect yourself. Don't leave it till tomorrow. Today is even too late. Make sure, before you leave this place today, protect yourself, protect your family. God bless you.
This is another level. $500 million. If you make $500 million, you are going to become a millionaire in the next 6 months. Who do we have there? Wow, look at that!
If I'm to choose, girl, I
My
choose
friend and
you.
beautiful CEO Mori.
If I'm to lose, girl, I want to lose with you. They say not taboo, but girl, I see choosing you. You, she what
Wow.
me. Do you really
We
care?
are going to care for this powerful you to become CEO. Kenneth and Judith Asibo. Let's go.
Yeah, cherish you. I stand for you. I would lie to you, but I feel like for you. In the night, girl, I'm down for you. Girl, I'm down. Oh, you talk to me, oh mama.
This is another level. This is what another level. Who do we have in this category? Check this out. Woo! Our one and only EPC. One and only EPC. Daniel and Dr. Awanali Igara. Did you all notice something different? Wait, did you all notice something different? How can you skip from 600, not to 1 million, not to 2 million, to 3 million, 1, 2, 3? That means there's a problem, right? There's a big gap. I need you all here to fill that gap. I need you all to fill that gap. There's too much money in this platform. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? And I promise you, the next time we come here, this gap is going to be closed. Same time next year.
yourself, next year I'm going to be on that stage. On that stage. We're going to be making the millions. Woohoo! Congratulations, CEO. Yes. Next year it's going to be you. Okay? You tell yourself it's going to be you. What did Pastor Toyin say? It is what? It is what? How many believe they're going to be millionaires? And it is what? Go write it down. And tell yourself it's possible. And begin to work at it. I'm going to be the next millionaire. Do you believe? Come on, believe with me. Do you believe? Well, I'm glad you believe, because even if you don't, I'll be a millionaire. And that is because I believe. All right. Okay, we're going for our next speaker. And this one is also going to be the next millionaire. Say next millionaire. You better say it very well, because it will be you next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me and welcome our Executive Marketing Director, EMD Kenneth Asibo. He makes $500,000. So welcome him. Show him some love, some love, some love, some love, some love. DJ.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Are you guys excited? Come on, I don't see that happiness. Everybody wave. You should be very, very happy to be in such an amazing room here today. So my name is Letitia Chepkwony, and I am from the beautiful country of Kenya, from East Africa. Do we have any East Africans in the house? Do we have any South Africans in the house? What about West Africans? We're all here, right? Awesome. So I'm gonna share a little story about myself. As you can tell from the title there, I'm also coming from the healthcare background. I used to be a registered nurse for about a good while, but in total I was in healthcare for almost 10 years. And like I say, that's my beautiful country, the heart of East Africa. So, and that's my family. My parents are in Kenya. I have some siblings here in the US. So I relocated to this beautiful country in 2012 as an international student, grad student. And a few months later, I was privileged enough to win the lottery. And so my status changed to permanent resident. And so completed grad school, and then I was greatly advised by my family to join healthcare, and that's exactly what I did. Started working as a CNA. I worked in a group home setting. I worked in, various settings. And so for almost 10 years, in 2021, one day I came back home from work. It was during COVID. And I just felt like it suddenly dawned on me that I had been here for 10 years and I was not really satisfied with the way my life was going. I just figured that no matter what I did, no matter how many overtimes I did, it seems like I couldn't beat the American rat race. I was always tired. I was living a very mundane and unfulfilled life. So, and during this time, COVID did not make it any better. So, burnout, financial struggles, missing out on family moments and all of that, it really got me into thinking. So I really, really did love caring for my patients, don't get me wrong. And I think I will forever be a nurse at heart. Do we have any nurses in the house? I really did. But just before I left, I spoke to her. I met her at the store, okay? And she invited me to a meeting. And that meeting is what started my WFG story, okay? I am forever grateful to you, Madam Lillian Apono. God bless you. So this is a life-changing opportunity like no other. That's why I said if you're in this room today, this is not just another business convention that you just got invited. Trust me, a lot of us have tried so many things out there, and this is the thing that eventually works. So I really, really connected with the WFG mission, which what we do is help families with financial solutions. And I connected with it because I myself was looking for those financial solutions. Protecting people's future and creating generational wealth is what we do. I wanted the same for myself, looking for. So I finally stumbled upon something that works, right? After all of that. And so got my license. It was only probably $50,000 or $50 compared to the $70,000 I had lost out there, not finding anything. So if you're a licensed agent right here, I want you to realize that you have something very, very powerful, and I hope that you're using it to help families. So I did not put my first year's cash flow. I only have a few minutes left, but my first year in this business, I made over $300,000. Okay, that's how big and how huge this opportunity is. Out of a $40 license, and that is my cash flow in the last 12 months, right? And the difference that we're making in the community, getting recognized by an amazing platform like this is where you need to be. When I worked as a nurse, nobody recognized me for almost 10 years, but we get that here and so much more. Getting a lot of mentorship and people to hold your hand to help you learn how to help your clients and build your business, right? Tiger School class of 2024 was an amazing, amazing experience. So you gotta work smarter, not harder. That's how much my super base, not super team, just the super base. This is business partners that we're doing this together in the community, and a lot of them have been able to create this kind of revenue for their families, doing this and changing the community. So why this opportunity is bigger than me? Who do I help now? I did not just change my career, I really took control of my future. I changed my legacy. So now I help other nurses and professionals take control of their finances. And you can do the same too. You gotta change the narrative and take charge of your future, right? So the culture here, if you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. If you wanna change your life, you gotta be willing to help others change their lives too. And that's why I said I connected with this, and I am WFG for life. Who's with me? Awesome. So, such a great organization, a lot of company trips and so forth. We're about to go back to Hawaii. So my question to you is, are you interested in changing your future, or are you committed? Because when you're interested, you're just gonna do what is convenient to you. But if you're committed to changing your life, which this opportunity offers, is you have to do whatever it takes. So you ask yourself these questions. Are you master planning your future? Is your job a catalyst for the above, or should you be thinking of other avenues? So you gotta take action, because if you don't like your story, you have the power to rewrite it. Can you say amen to that? Awesome. Thank you so much. God bless you.
And next, we're gonna have our EVC Executive Vice Chair, Mr. Daniel Igara. Welcome to the stage and thank you so much, everyone, for all you're doing. Show him some love. Show him some love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, This is for
Someone excited today? Someone excited today? Can you have a seat, please? Good morning, everyone. I have one assignment. And that assignment is to ask you this question. Why are you here? Why are you in 2025 still alive? Why are you in this meeting today? Why are you in the country, the greatest country on earth, United States of America? Why are you here? You may be asking yourself, I don't know why I'm here. But I know why you are here. You are here because you're special. You are here because you are not ordinary. You are here because you are created to help others find their dreams in life. You are created with a purpose. But you may be asking yourself right now, Daniel, I don't understand what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But I have been in this country for 20 years. I was not born here. I came from a country called Nigeria. Life has never been easy for me. I have tried everything. I have tried everything possible. But nothing is working for me. I work as a receptionist. I have tried to work as a security guard. I have cleaned cars as well. I work in a nursing home. I did everything possible to become someone, but I'm not seeing it. And I've been in this country for 20 years. That's what you may be saying to yourself right now. But you did not even stop there. You go ahead to go to school. You acquire your degree, and they pay you. But the money you receive is not enough to take you home. And you're still asking me right now, Daniel, are you saying I'm special? I can't see it. I've tried cryptocurrency. This did not change my life either. I've tried every platform available. But I am still struggling. Am I still special? You are special. You are created with a reason. Let me also tell us today, the reason why we find ourselves today where we are is because success is not a straight line. Life is all about choices. You are here today. What you're experiencing right now in your life is because of the choices you have made. Now, if you want to make a different kind, have a different story, you're going to have to make a different choice today. And that is what I did. In 2021, I said to myself, I have to make a choice. I have to make a choice. So I answered the call to answer to be in WFG. And I did that. And my first income is $5,000. Is God not good? Is God not good? And I said, okay, can I actually compare this to what I earn every time from the job
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami wami awukhulana ilondoloze.
How are you doing today, Denton, Dallas? Oh no, how are you doing? It's pumped up, fired up, super excited. How are you doing today, Denton, Dallas? All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so happy to be on stage today to share my personal story, which is only unique to me. Now,
that money answered all things. Now, and I love Warren Buffett. He said that money is not everything. That's okay. Now, guess what? If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. This is the gospel truth. Thank you so very much, everyone. You guys have a good convention.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze.
You guys are part of WFG history. You are part of the fastest growing team in WFG history. How are we doing? Yeah? Absolutely amazing. You guys heard my story yesterday. I told you I started back in 1996, right? Susan Davies, will you please stand up one more time? She is the lady that actually hired me back in 1996. Now I consider Lillian the new queen of WFG, but Susan is the original queen of WFG. All right?
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana.
How we doing? You look great, you look good. I didn't know what Rick was going to talk about. Bella, I'm going to have to pick on you again about loving your wife correctly. So anybody ever been to Kroger or a grocery store or a flower shop at 11:45 p.m. on February 13th? I have, man. I went to that dinner last night with Lillian and the team, all the leaders, the CEOs. I was inspired, but Bella, you got us last night, all of us. Man, I went into Kroger. I thought I was going to be the only one there. There was a line at that self-checkout. There was 20 of us guys standing there with flowers, just waiting. I came home. My wife woke up this morning. I gave her a little massage. I said, "Good morning, honey. I love you." She said, "That was sweet." I said, "You see my tie? I put it on for you. What do I look like?" I thought she was going to say love. She said, "You look like Donald Trump." That's what happens when you try to love your wife correctly. You laughed a little too hard at that joke. I won't be telling that one again. My name's Zach Raymond. I'm with Nationwide. Nationwide. I've been to a lot of meetings this year. That's the best one. That sounded really good. I usually make you do it twice. You won't have to do that twice. See if I can figure out. We're having fun today, aren't we? That's what I like about this group. We're having fun today, Nationwide.
My name is Kingsley AC, right? Wow, I am so happy today. You can see all the awards that I have. I am super excited and I can't wait for what next will happen next year. All the awards keep coming, all the cash flow. I am super excited for this event. Thank you, Madam SCVC Lillian. Thank you, Daniel Egara. Thank you, SND Ugo Ike. This is an awesome experience. WFG is life. WFG is financial freedom. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am so super excited for this opportunity. Thank you.
Uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami, ilondoloze, ilondoloze, ilondoloze zungangishilana, ilondoloze, ilondoloze, ilondoloze zungangishilana, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Jerusalema ikayalami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikayalami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana.
The highlight of today was watching the people that are above you win and excel and get awards that you know that you helped them work hard for. So like that's why we do what we do, so we can help those above us and behind us.
It has been an awesome and amazing event. This year's Champion Bowl was the best, and we give glory, all the praise to God. The number of attendants and the many awards and people whose life was changed and was transformed. We thank God for that. And we know indeed that this year indeed is our year of abundance. I thank God for Team Optimum, how far God has brought us. And I also thank God for Evergreen Team and where God is taking us to. And I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to my wife who has been supporting me. We're together doing this amazing work. And Team Evergreen Team, every one of them, the SMDs, the MDs, associate and train associate, they have been amazing. I want to leave it to my wife to say a word, and then.
This is a team effort. We couldn't do it just by ourselves, but with the help of our teams. And I want you all to know that we are just beginning, because we need to change our world, we need to change our lives, we need to change our entire community. Our goal, our mission is that no family left behind, no agent should be left behind. There's an amazing opportunity here for everyone, and we just give God the glory to all the wins and all the accomplishments. Thank you, the Evergreen Team. Thank you to Team Optimum, and thank you to our mentors, Legacy Star. We say thank you for all you do to us. God bless.
If you know, you know. But if you don't know, you know.
Now you know. Now you know. If you know, you know. The big ballers in town. Now you know. Now you know. Forget what they know them. Agba baller. How much is money?
It's nothing.
Balling it's nothing. Ballin', ballin', premium or nothing. Now